Alright, so today's little sermon or message is going to be on conformity. I've noticed even I myself have struggled with the idea of conforming to this world, or conforming to this person or to that person, or to this way of life or to that way of life. But Jesus lets us know right away, that we are not of this world, so we should not do as this world does. So I'm going to start with John 15:18. The book of John is just a great book. It's especially a great book for anyone who struggles with their faith, anyone who has questions, anyone who's new to the faith. The book of John has a lot of insight and a lot of red lettering, which for anybody who doesn't know, the red lettering in the Bible is the exact words of Jesus Christ himself. It's John 15:18. We're going to go through 19. We might even read through a little bit more than that. But if the world hates you, you know that it has hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, because of this the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you, a slave is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep yours also. But all these things they will do to you for my name's sake, because they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not have sin, but now they have no excuse for their sin. He who hates me hates my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which no one else did, they would not have sinned. But now they have both seen and hated me and my Father as well. I like this. I love it when the Bible pulls out scripture from Old Testament, because it's just the fulfillment of the word. It's John 15:25. But they have done this to fulfill the word that it is written in their law. They hated me without cause. So the world hates Christians because we don't conform to the world. Now, there are a lot of churches out there that have conformed to the world. They preach and they practice tolerance. Homosexuality is okay. You can still be a gay Christian. They basically take God's word and they change it so it's no longer God's word, it's man's word. Conformity, I believe, is something that I've struggled with a lot. Sometimes I actually wonder if maybe I need a psyche eval done, because I struggle to be empathetic for those who are in a time of need but do not have faith. They turn to people for comfort. They don't turn to God. They don't turn to Jesus Christ. If you have faith in Jesus Christ, then if you turn to Him, you will find comfort, you will find peace, you will find joy. He is a provider. He provides with all that we need and nothing that we want, which I say is a good thing. I don't know, I had all kind of ideas in my head, but I never wrote them down, so this is kind of a wing it kind of message. But I especially like in this selection of verses how it says that Jesus says that I chose you out of the world. Trying to grasp just what it is that he's saying. You were born, you lived your life your way, you lived your life apart from him, and yet before all this, before you even knew him, he had already chosen you. It says in the Bible, if I can try and find it, that God knew you before you were even in your mother's womb. It's kind of comforting, isn't it? I mean, it's not comforting because we know that God knows every sin that we're going to commit, every choice we're going to make, and every outcome of every choice. But it is comforting to know that even though we live with sin in our lives, even though sometimes we allow that sin to control us, to consume us. He still loves us, He is still patient with us, and He will still accept us as His children, even though we rebel against Him so much. I think a good practice that I've tried to get into is, no matter what happens in life, the second you wake up, just ask God to guide you in His will. We're all so fixated on what we want, and we try to do things the way we see, the way we feel we should do them. But it's not always the right way. We are a limited people. We are a fallen people. We are not perfect. God is. So if we have a source that can lead us to live a righteous life, if we have a source that can lead us to do the right thing, then why don't we use that source? Why don't we depend on that? And it goes along with one of the sermons I did. I believe it was in the book of Ezekiel. Let me see if I can try and find it. It's about the devil, and about how the devil is not some, horrific beast that idolaters killed. Wrong chapter. No, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. But basically, Satan himself was an angel that God created, and he was the most beautiful and the most wise. And he wanted to be worshipped as God was worshipped. He wanted to be as most high as God is most high. He got prideful, and so that's why he is now the devil. That's why he's totally opposed to God. And how he was as an angel is how sin is to us. Sin is not something that is gross and disgusting, not to us, not to the flesh. To the flesh, it is beautiful, it is pleasurable, it is desirable. It is everything that we want, or everything that we think we want. It glimmers and it shines and it's pretty and it smells good. So really, what it all boils down to is most things that we desire of the flesh, most things that shine, most things that glimmer, most things that smell good, that taste good, that feel good, they're good for the flesh but not for the spirit. And so we need to take comfort in the idea that if we depend on God, He will show us just how disgusting this beautiful, tasty, deliciously smelling thing really is. I know He's helped me a lot. I don't know if it's something that I've really told about too much on these, but I used to lust after the flesh like crazy. I was sex driven. I didn't have a lot of sex, but I was driven by it. I was driven by the idea, the thought of it. The thought of the pleasure, and thanks be to God that I don't really struggle with it anymore. I mean, I have my phases or seasons, or I'm still tempted. But I have comfort in knowing that in my time of weakness, when I am my weakest, if I depend on God, He will make me strong. And He will help me through my temptation. He will give me a way out. And I think that's something that we all struggle with, like hardcore. Why would we want to turn away from that which brings us pleasure, that which makes us happy for the moment? Everybody's always about living for the moment. But the Bible also does say that not even our next breath is promised to us. That right there, a blessing. It's not something I've been guaranteed. It's not something I've been promised. It's not something that is mine. It's something that I was given. It's a gift. And so if something as simple as that, as breathing in and breathing out, is a gift. I mean, let me try and find it. I especially like it, especially now, because of the idea of a gift. I think it's in the book of Matthew. It's Jesus talking about how, if you as a father, man, it's not coming up, so we'll try Googling it. If you have, as a father, if your child comes to you and asks for a fish, you will not give him a scorpion. You will not give him something that will harm him when he is in need. And so, how much more will the Father give you? And, it's all a gift. Everything is a gift. He is our Father, and He will give us all that we need to thrive, to prosper, to have peace, to have joy, to have love. Let's see, verse in Bible about, no, there we go, here we go, okay, verse in hate, how so much stuff about food, yep, here we go, so, first let the children have their fill, nope, that's the wrong verse, sorry if I'm rambling, but I'm trying to find it, Matthew, here it is, yes, Matthew 7. Okay, so let's go back to my... technology is so great. They said they do so much to try and make computers and smartphones to be smart. They're all still so stupid. Ask and it will be given. Matthew 7:7 to 7:11. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it will be opened. Or what man is there among you who, when his son asks for a loaf, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, who will not give him a snake, will he? If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give what is good to those who ask him? So we need to ask. If we ask, if we seek, if we knock, we will find, we will receive, and it will be given. But don't take that the wrong way. God is not here to serve us. We are here to serve God. We are here to love God. We are God's masterpiece, and He is our blessing. So I don't know how well this is all going along with conformity, but really, to conform to God is to stand out in the world. Everybody is all about themselves. Everybody is all about me. We have self-identifying. We have Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all of this, which just promotes self. Hardly any of it ever promotes God. And those that do promote God, well, I believe if I pull up my YouTube channel right now, I would have 2 subscribers. I've had the channel for about I think December, January, February. So about 2.5, 3 months. And after 2.5 to 3 months of having my own channel and putting up videos, or audio clips rather, for such a time, thank you, Ad, for popping up. I love that. I have 3 subscribers. So 3 subscribers in about 3 months. So maybe in 10 years I'll have 120 subscribers. So I don't know. If it's about faith, if it's about going against that which is normal of the world, then you're going to be ridiculed. You're not going to be popular. But we're not called to be popular, especially not in the world. We're called to stand out. Every Christian is called to go out and make disciples. So, if you call yourself a Christian, but you struggle to talk about God wherever you go, then you should ask yourself whether or not you are a Christian. Because if you are a Christian, then your faith is the greatest news to ever be told. Your faith, what you believe in, who Jesus Christ is, that is something that needs to be talked about. So if you're not talking about it, you may want to not so much do some soul searching, but I would definitely get into the Bible and try to figure out what's stopping. And also with my YouTube channel, if you struggle with your faith, if you struggle with something, if something stops you from talking about God or talking about Jesus Christ, then send me a message. I would love to hear. I would love to try to help. We all have our struggles. We all struggle from time to time. We all bite our tongue when we shouldn't and regret it. God still loves us, which is awesome, to say the least. So, I'm going to get off and do a little editing, throw some music to it, and upload it. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, and look forward to more fellowship. Well, God bless and good day, because the sun is still up, and it is a beautiful day.